Welcome to Troy, Alabama. A lot of fans might think that running through the tee is reserved for the Volunteers of Tennessee. But the Trojans here at the Vet would strongly disagree as we are set for a showdown on the wiregrass. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a team from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Trojans will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll run it from the gun. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the right. Spins away from the defender. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got away. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You can tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The give on the inside. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clemens. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Humphries. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Hand off from the shotgun. Got room at the 35. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Trojans. Once he got some room, it was over.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers have this offense rolling. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Armour. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Armour. Touchdown, Memphis. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive have they looked? Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. West Virginia is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Don Nehlen, this has not been a blowout today in Morgantown. They're up by a field goal over Marshall. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to throw on third down. Steps away to find some room. He'll pull it down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, the running back has it.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Might be changing the route. Back to pass on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Give to the running back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The RPO, it's complete. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They booted away on 4th down. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Hatchett. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to defend the field position with the return. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback on the keeper. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
To the air, it's Willis. He's got it. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he will score! Touchdown, Trojans! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, as you know, there is a fight for the Cyhawk going on between Iowa and Iowa State, and we finally have a winner. Iowa steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Iowa City a ton of confidence. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. plows through the defense. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Pulls and fired complete. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Quick release by the QB. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw, it's Willis. Grabbed in the middle, it's Clemens. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Boyd. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it down the seam. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
He'll get rid of it. Soft spot in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get into the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
There he goes. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Willis. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Off play action on first down. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still fourth down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Memphis! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Washington has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Nevada. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air, it's Willis. Keeps looking downfield. At the 35, he's open. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Now improvising. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
On third down, he drops to throw. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll go to the air on third and short. Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. At the 45 on his way. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. He's loose on the right. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Hatchet.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
What do you do now if you're the offense, right? After that incomplete 4th down, but you've driven the entire field. At this point, do you just say, we got to go for a touchdown, or do you just pay the drive off by kicking a field goal?
Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He might want another play. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Willis. Looking to buy time. He throws one to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Complete to the left. Bust through behind his pad. Turning it on. And after the huge run, it came at a perfect time for this runner. He's got to catch his breath as we head to the 4th. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Here we go. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Get set, get set. He'll keep it himself. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Troy. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And right down the middle. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's armored. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Memphis picking up the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Oh, he's got some space. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
To the ground with the back. He's in open space downfield.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass, and the defense did a really good job playing the pass. And fourth down now, it's decision time for you.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone. But that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
outside is complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the air, it's Willis. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. Got him in the open. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the safety did a great job staying back in that cover 2 look. He's got basically that half of the field. He's reading the quarterback's eyes, and he knows where he's going with it. He was able to make a jump on the ball and end up picking it off.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time it's complete. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? The defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Willis. Here's a throw downfield late. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. To the air on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Going right to work up top. Still looking on the move. Find some fresh air. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Caught close to the marker. It's Hatchett. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Look out, he's got room. And a short run there, and that'll end it. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.